Life is a fight, a battle, a war, and every single day you wake up on the battlefield. Some days it feels like the weight of the world is pressing down on you, suffocating you, breaking you. Your body is exhausted, your mind is screaming, and that little voice inside your head is whispering, just quit, just walk away. It's too hard, but listen to me. You cannot give up, because the second you quit, you lose. Not just today, not just in this moment, but for the rest of your life. Quitting isn't just stopping. It's an infection that spreads, a habit that poisons everything you do. You quit once, and it gets easier to quit again, and before you know it, you've built a life full of almosts and maybes. And nobody remembers those who almost made it. You are going to struggle. You are going to suffer. But you are not going to break, because every tear, every drop of sweat, every sleepless night is not a punishment. It's a test. A test to see what you're made of. To see if you've got the guts to push through when everything in you is screaming to stop. Most people fold under pressure. Most people take the easy road, the shortcut, the way out. But you were not built for easy. You were built for greatness, and greatness demands everything. It demands pain. It demands sacrifice. It demands that you keep going when every fiber of your being tells you to quit. Your mind will try to trick you. It will tell you that you're not strong enough, not fast enough, not good enough. That's a lie. That's the voice of weakness trying to steal your future. You shut that voice down. You stand up, look in the mirror, and remind yourself, I did not come this far just to come this far. The world does not care about your excuses. It does not care about how hard your life has been. It only respects results. And results only come when you refuse to surrender, when you drag yourself out of bed even when you're exhausted, when you put in the work even when nobody is watching. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who fight for it. So fight. Fight like your life depends on it, because it does. And when the pain comes, and trust me, it will, you look it in the eye and say, I will not break. I will not stop. I cannot give up. There was a man once, just like you. A man who had dreams so big they scared him. A man who wanted more from life, who wanted to rise above his circumstances, who wanted to break the chains of mediocrity. But life doesn't hand out success. It makes you fight for it. And this man, he was beaten down, knocked over, dragged through the dirt. There were days when his body ached, when his mind told him, you can't take this anymore. There were moments when he felt the weight of failure crushing his spirit. He lost people along the way, people who didn't believe in him. People who told him he was wasting his time. He faced rejection after rejection, setback after setback. And every single time, that little voice in his head tried to convince him to quit. What's the point? It whispered. Why suffer when you can just walk away? But he didn't walk away. He didn't quit. Because deep down, he understood one truth. Pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. Pain is like a storm. It comes fast, it hits hard, and for a moment, it feels like it will never end. But storms don't last forever. The rain stops, the clouds clear, and the sun always rises. What most people don't understand is that the pain of pushing forward is nothing compared to the pain of regret. The pain of knowing you could have been something great but gave up too soon. The pain of looking in the mirror and seeing someone who surrendered. Think about it. How many people do you know who started something but never finished? The ones who had talent but never applied themselves? The ones who had dreams but let fear win? You don't remember them, do you? Because the world doesn't remember quitters. It remembers those who fought through the pain, those who refused to surrender, those who stood tall when life tried to break them. Look at the champions, the warriors, the greats. They weren't handed success. They suffered for it. They endured. They fell down and got back up again and again and again. because they understood that pain is the price you pay for greatness. And if you can push through it, if you can keep moving forward, even when it feels impossible, you will reach heights you never imagined. Pain is a test. It asks you one simple question: how bad do you want it? Most people fail that test. They feel discomfort and they back down. They feel pressure and they run. But the ones who win, the ones who build legacies, they answer that question with everything they have. They take the pain, they embrace it, and they use it to become stronger. There will be moments when you want to stop, when your body screams for rest, when your mind begs for relief. That's when you dig deeper. That's when you find out who you really are. Because anyone can keep going when things are easy. Anyone can show up when they feel good. But what separates the weak from the strong, the average from the unstoppable, is what you do when it hurts. Will you let the pain define you, or will you rise above it? There is a version of you waiting on the other side of that pain. A version that is stronger, wiser, more powerful than you can imagine. But you will never meet that version if you quit. You will never know what you are truly capable of if you surrender. So when the struggle comes, and trust me, it will, you face it head on. When your muscles burn, when your spirit is tired, when your heart is heavy, you remind yourself, this is temporary. This moment of suffering will pass. But if you quit, that failure will stay with you forever. No one said this would be easy, but easy never created legends. Easy never built warriors. Easy never changed the world. So push through, take the pain, own it. Because pain is temporary, but quitting, that lasts forever. Life will come at you with everything it has. It will test you, beat you down, and push you further than you ever thought possible. It will strip you of your comfort, challenge your patience, and stretch your limits until you feel like you have nothing left to give. And in that moment, you have a choice. Either rise or let the struggle consume you. Most people don't understand that hardship isn't the enemy, it's the process. It's the fire that forges warriors, the pressure that creates diamonds. But here's the truth. Some people crumble under that pressure, while others rise. Some let life break them, while others use the pain to build something greater. And that decision, it's yours. You see, life is unpredictable. One day everything seems fine, and the next, you're facing battles you never saw coming. Maybe you lose someone you love. Maybe you fail at something you poured your heart into. Maybe you're left standing in the wreckage of a dream you fought so hard to build. And in that moment, you feel lost, defeated, like the world has taken everything from you. But here's what you need to understand. Struggle doesn't destroy you. It reveals you. The strongest people you know, the ones who inspire you, the ones who seem unshakable, they weren't born that way. They were shaped by pain, built by the very hardships that tried to break them. Every scar, every setback, every sleepless night was a step toward their greatness. And the only difference between them and those who gave up is the choice they made when life hit them hardest. You cannot escape struggle. You cannot avoid pain, but you can decide what it will do to you. Will it break you? Will it make you bitter, angry, and resentful? Will you spend your life blaming circumstances, feeling sorry for yourself, and believing the lie that you're a victim of fate? Or will you rise? Will you take every hardship, every failure, every moment of suffering and turn it into fuel? Will you let it make you stronger, wiser, more relentless? Because let me tell you something, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to pick you up and carry you to success. No one is going to fight your battles for you. You either get up and fight, or you let life bury you where you stand. Look around at the world. Look at the people who have achieved greatness, who have left their mark, who have built something out of nothing. Do you think they had it easy? Do you think success came knocking on their door while they sat back and waited? No. They struggled, they bled, they fell down more times than they can count, but every time life knocked them to their knees, they got back up. Every time the world told them no, they answered with, "Watch me." That's the mindset you need. That's the fire you have to build inside yourself. Because life is not going to hand you anything. It will take from you. It will challenge you. And it will demand that you prove yourself over and over again. And the only way you make it through is by choosing to fight. So the next time life tries to break you, the next time you feel like giving in, remember this. You have the power to decide what happens next. You can let the struggle consume you, or you can use it to build the strongest version of yourself. Pain is not the end. It is the beginning. The choice is yours. Rise. The greatest battle you will ever fight is not against the world, is not against the competition, the obstacles, or the setbacks. It's against yourself. Your mind is the battlefield, and if you don't win there first, you will never win anywhere else. Most people don't lose because they aren't capable. They lose because they convince themselves that they can't win. They let doubt creep in. They allow fear to control their actions. They listen to the voice in their head that says, "You're not good enough. You're not strong enough. You're wasting your time." And the moment they believe those lies, they've already lost. You have to understand something. Your thoughts control everything. Before you ever take action, before you ever move a muscle, your mind has already made the decision. Your success, your failures, your ability to push through pain, to stand tall in the face of adversity, it all starts with how you think. If you can train your mind to be stronger than your emotions, to be relentless in the face of struggle, then nothing can break you. But if you let negative thoughts take over, if you let self-doubt and fear run your life, you will always be your own worst enemy. Think about this. How many times have you stopped yourself before you even started? How many times have you talked yourself out of an opportunity because you were afraid of failing? How many times have you looked at someone successful and thought, "I could never do that"? That's the war. That's the battle happening in your mind every single day. The people who win in life aren't necessarily the strongest or the smartest. They're the ones who refuse to let their minds defeat them. They're the ones who train themselves to think differently, to see obstacles as challenges, to see failure as a lesson, to see struggle as part of the process. They control their thoughts, and because of that, they control their destiny. Your mind is either your greatest weapon or your greatest weakness. It can push you beyond your limits, make you fearless, unstoppable, and unbreakable, or it can chain you down, keep you stuck, and make you believe that you'll never amount to anything. The difference? Discipline, focus, the ability to catch those negative thoughts before they take over, the ability to replace doubt with belief, fear with action, and weakness with strength. It won't be easy. That voice in your head isn't going to disappear overnight. It will fight back. It will try to pull you down when you're tired, when you're struggling, when you're at your lowest. But that's the test. That's the moment where you either rise or you fold. When your mind tells you that you can't, you have to respond with, "Watch me." When fear whispers, "It's too hard," you answer, "Good. That means it's worth it." When doubt tries to take control, you take it back. You remind yourself of who you are, of why you started, of the fire inside you that refuses to be extinguished. No one is born with an unbreakable mindset. It's built day by day, thought by thought, battle by battle. And the only way to build it is to fight for it, to refuse to let weak thoughts control your life, to wake up every day and decide that no matter what happens, no matter how hard it gets, you will not break. You control your thoughts. You control your actions. And if you control those, you control your destiny. Win the battle in your mind, and nothing in this world can stop you. The harsh truth is that nobody cares about your excuses. Nobody is sitting around feeling sorry for you. The world doesn't owe you success, comfort, or an easy path. You either show up and do the work, or you get left behind. It's that simple. Too many people spend their lives explaining why they haven't made it yet. why they're not where they want to be, why things haven't worked out. They blame their past, their circumstances, their lack of resources. They talk about what they could have done if only things had been different. But in the end, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is what you actually do. You don't get points for almost trying. You don't get rewarded for your intentions. The world only respects results. Look around. Winners, champions don't make excuses. The people who rise to the top aren't the ones who sit around explaining why they couldn't. They're the ones who found a way anyway. Life is not fair and it never will be. Some people start with advantages. Some people have it easier, but sitting around feeling sorry for yourself changes nothing. The truth is, the odds have never mattered. There are people out there who came from nothing. No money, no connections, no support, and they still made it. Why? Because they refused to let excuses define them. They understood that success isn't about where you start, it's about what you do every single day. You have two choices. You can focus on all the reasons why you can't, or you can take control of what you can do. And if you really want it, if you truly want to reach that next level, you stop looking for a way out and start looking for a way through. No one is going to come and push you. No one is going to wake you up early, force you to train, make you study, or put in the extra hours. That's on you. And if you don't have the discipline, if you don't have the mindset to do what needs to be done, someone else will. Someone out there is hungrier than you. Someone is working while you're resting, grinding while you're making excuses, improving while you're hesitating. And when the time comes, they'll take the spot you could have had. There's always going to be a reason to quit. There's always going to be a challenge, an obstacle, a setback that tempts you to stop. But winners don't stop. Winners find a way to keep going no matter what. Because they understand that in the end, nobody cares how hard it was. Nobody cares what you had to go through. They only care about one thing. Did you show up and deliver? This world belongs to those who are willing to fight for it. It belongs to those who put in the work, who stay disciplined, who push through pain and struggle without making excuses. If you want it, prove it. Show up, do the work, get the results. Let me tell you something. This world is not going to stop for you. It's not going to slow down and wait for you to get your mindset right. Time is moving, opportunities are passing, and while you sit there thinking of reasons why you can't, someone else is out there proving why they can. That's the difference between winners and everyone else. Winners don't waste time explaining why something is hard. Winners don't sit around crying about what they didn't have. Winners show up, they fight, and they take what's theirs. Excuses are the language of the weak. They are the chains that keep people trapped in the same place year after year, living the same miserable story, watching others rise while they stay stuck. And here's the truth. You either break those chains, or you spend your life watching someone else live the life you wanted. There is no easy way. There is no shortcut. Every great name you know, every legend that ever walked this earth, every champion who made history, they all paid the price. They sacrificed, they suffered, they fell down, they got back up, and they fought for every inch of success. Think about the greatest warriors, the greatest athletes, the greatest leaders. They didn't get there by making excuses. They got there because they refused to be average. They got there because they chose discipline over comfort. They got there because they silenced that weak voice in their head and replaced it with a roar that said, I will not stop. I will not quit. I will not be denied. Do or do not. There is no try. You've heard it before, but do you live it? Try means nothing if you quit halfway. Talking about your dreams means nothing if you never take action. Success is reserved for those who decide that they will succeed no matter what. It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that. It's the will to prepare to win that makes the difference. Everybody wants success, but how many people are actually willing to do what it takes? How many people are willing to show up day after day, even when they don't feel like it? How many people are willing to sacrifice comfort for greatness? You don't have time to waste. You don't have time to wait for the perfect moment. Because let me tell you something, the perfect moment doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is right now. And right now, you have a decision to make. You can keep living like this, stuck, making excuses, talking about what could have been, or you can wake up and do something about it. I hated every minute of training, but I said, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. You think it's supposed to be easy? You think you're supposed to love every second of the grind? No, it's going to hurt. It's going to test you. It's going to make you want to quit 1,000 times. But if you push through, if you refuse to stop, one day you will look back and realize that every ounce of pain was worth it. Some people dream of success while others wake up and work for it. That's the line between the ones who talk and the ones who walk. Which side are you on? Are you going to keep sitting on the sidelines watching other people win? Or are you going to step up, take control, and make something happen? Excuses don't build champions. Excuses don't make history. Excuses don't change lives, but action does. Sacrifice does. Relentless, unstoppable, unbreakable discipline does. You want to be great? You want to be remembered? Then prove it, show up, put in the work, and make damn sure the world never forgets your name.